Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and we're back out here in the garage for another first impressions and behind the scenes video. And I think we're just going to start with the behind the scenes portion because it's not all that important, but I want to let everybody know that if you make a comment on either of my channels and you do not receive a response, no, it is not intentional. Because one of the things I have always prided myself on is responding to every single comment. And I've noticed in the past few weeks that sometimes I am not notified of the comments or I can't see them for some reason. I do not think this is somehow YouTube censorship or anything like that. I honestly think it's some type of software glitch and something within the YouTube system. So for example, I'll post a video and I'll notice after a few minutes there's 5 comments, but when I click the comment section of that video, it only shows me 2 or 3, which means a couple of them I'm not seeing for some reason. I don't know why. And then as of late, I will start to get notified of comments that were made 2 or 3 days ago that I didn't see. And all of a sudden it's like, okay, there they are. So I don't know why this is happening. And if you're a content creator, let me know if you're having weird issues with the comment sections. I have my settings to let me know of every comment. And when I click on show me all new comments that are unresponded to, it says I have none, but I can go through the videos and find them. And I don't know. I am sorry if I miss any comment you make. And I promise it is not intentional. And I'm noticing that it's even people that comment all the time that I interact with. And also I've noticed that some people make very kind comments, but they get put to the comments for review section, which is like, it flags things that it thinks are inappropriate. And I don't know why, because the comment can be like, hey, great video. I love the review. And that's it. Obviously, there's nothing inappropriate there, but the YouTube system flags it as being inappropriate for me to review. I have no idea why it's doing that. And as I said, I don't think it's YouTube censorship. I just kind of feel like it's a glitch in the system. So if you comment and I don't respond, I promise it's not intentional. And if I find the comment or one day it populates and shows up on my comment feed in my Creator Studio, I will respond. All right, so that's all the behind the scenes stuff. So let's get to the gun stuff, because I know that's why you guys are here. In the past 2 days, I have been able to take 2 more pistols to the range. And by reviewing these guns or filming the footage for these guns, I now have 4 things in queue that I need to write the bullet point scripts for and film the garage portions of. I've got this rifle suppressor and now these 2 things. So the first one is this awesome 2011 style pistol, or double stack 1911. And there's something about this gun. In fact, I've noticed that this is kind of a problem on some of these kind of boutique higher end 2011s, is the name on the gun or the manufacturer of the gun is not the way it's marketed. And for example, this one says it's made by Rogue Tactical. That is, and they're based in San Diego, California. That is who makes this receiver. Or in this, I guess because it's a pistol, it's technically a frame. So that would be the manufacturer. But online, if you look for this gun, it's called the Kovert X, was it Dark Forge? Yeah, it's Kovert X Dark Forge. But that's not who makes it. It's called the Reaper. So I'm not really sure how to title it, because I want people to be able to find the gun or a review of the gun that they're interested in. So what do I put in the title? I can't put, once again, Rogue Tactical Kovert X, because the title becomes so long and you're like, wait a second, because this was supposedly done as a collaboration between 2 companies, Kovert and Dark Forge. So I don't really know. And I've noticed that some of these high-end boutique 2011 companies, I think they really need to hire marketing teams, because when I'm trying to create thumbnails, I need logos for the companies. And some of these companies, they literally have no website. I mean, not even like a placeholder. The only information you can find about them is from the distributors or the people that sell them. They have no Facebook or any type of LinkedIn, nothing. You can't find any information on them. And I don't understand why you're selling such a high-end product, which this is a very expensive pistol, and not have any social media presence whatsoever to talk about your wares. You definitely need that. And this company and this gun lacks that. I mean, as I said, I can go online and find places that have it, but that's where I get the information from. But that's a secondary source. I want to go to the primary source. I want to go look at what the specs are of it from the company itself. And unfortunately, this one doesn't have that. So I'm really having to look into exactly what this is and how I should probably create the thumbnail, what I should put in the title. Because the way it's marketed and the name on the receiver are not the same. But that's totally fine. It's just, I don't know, like if someone was wanting to do research on this, what would they look up? But anyway, that's what this is. It's the Reaper, and it's the, I guess we're going to call it the Rogue Tactical Kovert X Dark Forge Reaper pistol. Now, this is an obvious race gun is what this is. And it's very much in the style of a 2011 that I would want if I was going to be a competitive shooter. It has a slide that locks open on the last round of a magazine. Not all 2011s have that. We have lots of porting here. Now, this is really interesting because this gun has ports. Not only a port on the top, it has ports on the side, and it has a comp. Now, this is actually something that when I began to shoot it faster in like my quick mag change test and my mag dump test, I believe this gun has too much compensation because it actually drives the gun down. And in the opening shots of the review, where you see the camera ahead of me, you see so much gas come out of this gun. It's crazy. I mean, the compensation on this gun is overkill. And honestly, it's a little bit too much. Now, if you're not running the gun fast, oh my God, does this gun shoot accurately? This is one accurate pistol. Holy moly. In my first shots, which are like 7 to 10 yards, I mean, it is like 20 rounds through a hole like this big. And that was my very first shots with it. I mean, I hadn't even picked it up before. Oh my gosh, this thing is amazing. It also is one of the few 2011s I have reviewed that has an extended slide stop. I've noticed many of the companies have just like basic ones, which sometimes can be a little bit hard to actuate because they're so close to the frame. But I like the fact this one is extended just a little bit. I know it doesn't really look like it is there on camera, but it is nice. And the trigger on this is great. You do get a lot of concussion and force because of the compensator and the porting. So you just have to kind of prepare for that. Not that it's bad, and if you've ever shot a compensated pistol, you know what I'm talking about. You just kind of feel it. It's like in your face a little bit more. But man, does this gun run great. And because it's very heavy, metal frame, very light recoil, this, if I could just figure out exactly what the name of this is and who makes it, this is one of the nicest shooting 2011s I have reviewed. And I would put it up there above Atlas. I would put it above Infinity. I would put it above Nighthawk. I know. It's hard to... For me, this one shot better than all of those. I just don't think it needs as much compensation. Maybe getting rid of the ports on the top would do it, and just have the side ports in the comp, or just get rid of the comp altogether. Now, I do know they offer a version of this gun without the compensator, and I would like to try to shoot that and see if that makes any difference. But it definitely works. It does what it's supposed to, and when you shoot it fast, it's really weird because normally you're trying to hold the gun down. You have to almost lift the gun up, and you'll see that when I shoot it fast because all the rounds hit the bottom part of the silhouette. But wow, this gun is super accurate. So if you know anything about this gun, let me know. And tell me about Rogue Tactical, Dark Forge, and Kovert. Because it seems to be kind of a collaboration. It says online between 2 companies, but it looks like it's 3. All right, so next up we have the Sig P365. This one is the Optic Ready. That's the actual model of this. And as you can see, I did not run a red dot on it. Now, you're asking yourself why. It's the optic ready version. Well, this is the 365 I talked about. I recently acquired for all of my upcoming red dot reviews where I need an RMSC footprint. But also, it is the version of the P365 I was always interested in. I always thought the original was the best. The little tiny one, because the whole philosophy of the P365 and honestly how it revolutionized the concealed carry market. People don't seem to remember that. And I've always complained that Sig has taken this pistol and turned it into a monstrosity. And I understand people say, well, you can still buy it in this size. I get that, but then call those other models different things. The P366, the P367. It's weird to have one gun model. I mean, imagine if the only gun Glock made was the Glock 19. And they called it the Glock 19, but it had every different barrel length, every different size, and it had every different caliber. But they're all the Glock 19. Well, it's not the Glock 19. The Glock 19 is a compact in 9mm, right? The full size is the 17. Well, I think Sig needs to do that, and it would save a lot of people the confusion of what the P365 is and all the different variants. But I know that's a small gripe, I guess, going back into my issue with marketing. So, how did this little guy shoot? Well, it shot exactly as I thought it would. And that's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just how I shoot, and I know guns that are going to fit my hand well. This gun is tiny, so we have a very snappy recoil. And honestly, right now, it kind of hurt because I have going on right now a rheumatoid arthritis attack, a minor one in my hand, so I felt it more than I normally would. But the grip is very small, and so with my hands, when I try to pull the trigger right, I have to have the palm of my hand kind of back a little bit. So it becomes a little bit awkward to shoot. And because of that, I shoot it low and to the left. Yes, I do. And that is because this gun is so small. But it's great that it's so small because it's so easy to conceal carry. You get 10 rounds of capacity in this little tiny thing. And it is like super duper small. So there's always going to be a trade-off. You know that. And so it shoots like a really tiny gun. And I don't shoot really tiny guns all that well. I shoot this thing low and to the left. It's snappy. And because we have a short sight radius, I don't shoot it all that accurate. I mean, it's okay. All the rounds are on target. But hey, it is what it is. But it's going to be a perfect test bed pistol for all those upcoming reviews. And I know people in the comment section of the review of this pistol are going to go, well, you didn't review it right. It's the optic ready version. Why didn't you run an optic? Because I wanted to review it or have something as close as I could to the original P365, which essentially was this gun without the slide being milled out. So that's what I reviewed it as, because I wanted to review it as that. And if you want to see how I shoot this gun with an optic, well, watch all of my optic reviews with red dots with the RMSC footprint. So there you go on this one. I know I'm stuttering tonight. I guess I'm just a little bit tired. Most of you guys probably don't know I'm a stutterer. I've always been a stutterer, and I have to slow my brain down when I'm talking. Otherwise, I will stutter a lot more than I do. My brain outruns my mouth. All right, so there we go. We got the Sig P365 optic ready, and this guy here. For right now, we'll just call it the Kovert X Dark Forge, but Rogue Tactical. So there you go. So that's my first impressions on those. I'm going to put those and have to edit the footage of all that into queue. And I got this rifle and this suppressor to review as well. So I will be busy doing stuff here in the garage probably for the next week to get all of those out. So tell me in the comment section, what do you think about either of the pistols? What do you know about them? And if you're a content creator, tell me, are you having issues with your comment sections like I am? So I guess that's really it. Not the most exciting video in the world today, but I did want to make something and interact with you. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, oh wait, I forgot. There's a word of the day. Word of the day. I almost forgot. All right. What's the word of the day? Okay, now. The word of the day is stutter. Stutter, because I am a stutterer. That'd be a great word, because you would not be able to figure that out unless you watched all the way to the end and got faked out by me. Not intentionally. So anyway, there you go. So now, as always, thanks for watching.